Right? He said, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yoshai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yoshai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yoshai, Halalal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at great stone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiyams in the folk and the earth, who pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom, right? Come another lesson to free the elect of the nation in Israel. 144,000 in one third, men, women, and children, confusion of faces, Israelites that scattered among these heathen nations. Right? Hey, all these humble, all these proud kings of the earth, most are gonna humble you all. Just like we did in the past to Pharaoh, to Nebuchadnezzar, to Antiochus, to Belshazzar, you know, the most are gonna do the same to you Edomites, to you Moabites, to you Ishmaelites, to you Hamites, to you Elamites. Most are going to do the same thing to you proud, proud kings on the face of the earth. You know, because y'all are proud. You know, the Most I give y'all wealth, give y'all riches, give y'all rulership. You know, and y'all proud. You understand? Y'all speak proudly against the Most High heritage. Y'all despise the Most High heritage. Y'all treat and oppress the Most High heritage, and then y'all speak proudly. Y'all changing the ordinance of the Most High, you know, and the chief of this wickedness is you so-called white people. And then behind them is these Chinese, you know, making that kind of fake rice, fake this, fake that, and selling to the people, right? But the chief of this is you so-called white people, right? And the most I gonna humble are you proud kings of the earth, right? You're gonna bring y'all down low, right? And we in that time, you're gonna judge all you heathens, right? All you heathens, the most I gonna judge, right? So that yeah, right? Let me get this precept, right? Yeah, the most I gonna judge all you heathens. This is Psalms, right? Psalms, Psalm 75, right? Psalm 75, verse start from verse 4. I said unto the fools, right? And these kings and these kings and these leaders of these heathens, they are all them are a bunch of fools, right? I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, unto the wicked, lift not up the horn, lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the power of Yahweh is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another. Right? So the Most High is who put it down, and the Most High is who set it up. Right? It says Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the living power, the power of the Hebrews, right? The God of Israel is who put you in the position y'all in, right? And you're gonna take y'all out because y'all proud, y'all exalting yourself, right? Verse 8, for in the hands of the, he said, for in the hands of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, there is a cup. Yeah, and the cup go back to was slavery. You understand? The cup of trembling, and this where you heathens head in. You and your kings and your princes, this way y'all head in. That is your future. Right? He said, and the wine is red, it is full of mixture, and he poured out of the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. To all the wicked of the earth, which is you heathens, right? You understand? You heathens gonna drink this stuff, right? Y'all going into slavery, right? Verse 9, he said, but I will declare forever, I will sing praise to the power of Jacob. He said, all the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted. So all the horns of the wicked gonna be cut off. You heathens, you Edomites, are gonna be cut off. You know, Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump, Emmanuel Macron, Theresa May, this other ugly bitch from Germany. Right? I think they kicked out. You know, I'm not too sure. I didn't really check up on this. I think right. All these kings of your age, y'all bashing y'all, gonna take y'all out. Y'all going to slavery, right? So we can just go through some records that all the most I take them, humble these proud princes, these proud kings. How the most I humble them, right? You understand? Yeah, the most I ain't playing, right? This is Exodus, right? It's Exodus chapter 5, verse 1. He said, and afterward Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus said the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness. And Pharaoh said, who is the Lord Yahweh, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, neither will I let Israel go. And as he says, spread these Edomites in today, right? As he says, spread, they refuse to let the children of Israel go. They refuse to let the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians go. They refuse, right? Jeremiah 30, Jeremiah 50 and 33, I think, right? You get a quick. This is the same spirit these heathens and these Edomites in, right? The top banking family, right? They refuse, right? So y'all gonna be destroyed. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, um, verse 33, right? He said, thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel, which is so-called Latinos and so-called Native American Indian, and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go. And this is the same spirit these Edomites in, these elite banking family, the Rockefeller, they refuse to let the children of Israel go. Hey, the Most High gonna turn the heat up on you niggas. You heathens are a bunch of niggas, low life, right? So, right. So Pharaoh said, "Who's the Most High? Should let the children of Israel go?" And these heathen they proud, right? This is Exodus chapter 12, right? Let me start from verse. Let me start from verse 21. Exodus chapter 12, verse 21. He said, then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, he said, draw out and take you a lamb according to your family and kill the Passover, right? He said, and he shall take the bunch of the hyssop and dip it in the bowl in the blood and in the basin and strike the lentil and the two side posts with the blood that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out at the door of the house until the morning. Right? So the Most High commanded the children of Israel to slay the lamb and take the blood and put over the two side posts on the door. That was a edge of protection for the children of Israel. When the Most High sent, he destroyed the slew all the firstborn in Egypt. Right? Verse 23, for the Lord will pass through and smite the Egyptian, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel on the two side posts, the Lord will pass over the door and will suffer the destroyer to come in unto your house to smite you. And the destroyer is Yahushai. Yahushai the destroyer. Right? Uh, he said, and he shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and thy sons forever. That's why we got to keep the Passover, right? Forever. There's an ordinance forever, right? He said, and it shall come to pass when he come in the land which the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will give you, according as he had promised that he shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass when the children of Israel say unto you, what mean he by this service? That he shall say, it is a sacrifice of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Passover. He said, who passed over the house of the children of Israel in Egypt when he smote the Egyptian and deliver our houses, and the people bowed their head and worship, right? He said, and the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass at midnight, the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, for the firstborn of Pharaoh that sit on the seat, unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of the cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants, and all the Egyptians, and they were a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. You understand? So hey, the Most High don't play. Most High gonna turn up on you heathens. You understand? Because you heathens proud. You heathens proud. You understand? They walk around here proud. You know, they glory in your wealth and they feel that they of themselves acquire all this wealth. No, it was given to you. The earth and the fullness belongs to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said the gold is mine, the silver is mine. You understand? Y'all walk around this place proud. You heathens. You know? Right? So the most are gonna take y'all out. Right? Verse 31, he said, he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up and get you forth from among my people, both he and the children of Israel, and go and serve the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, as he said. So it showed that the Egyptian and the Israelite is two different nations. It's two different nations. So hey, right? Let me get next. I come because the Mosai destroyed Pharaoh army. Right? The Mosai destroyed Pharaoh army. This is Exodus chapter 14, verse 3. I'm gonna skip 2. Right? Exodus chapter 14, verse 3. He said, for Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are encamped in the land. He said, the wilderness had shut them in, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them, and I will be honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, that the Egyptian may know that I am the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And they did so. So the Most High see he can get honor on Pharaoh. The Most High gonna get honor on you Edomite. When he destroyed America in 1 hour, when he destroyed you Edomite kingdom, when he put you Rockefeller in chains, you understand? And take down all the kings of the earth, Most High gonna get his glory on you wicked demonic heathens. You understand? Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua set you heathens up. And you heathens proud. Talking proudly, especially this child Donald Trump. Let's make America great again. No, America not gonna be great again. America gonna be destroyed because scriptures say the prophecy say that the children of Israel will not go back into captivity. We're not gonna go back into captivity. And that's how that's how America become great. When the Most High allow you devils to take us because of our hardness of our heart and our stubbornness, our disobedience, make we the Most High make me to serve our enemy. So you proud statement, Most High gonna take that, Most High gonna take y'all out. America not gonna be great again. America will be destroyed in 1 hour with terminal nuclear missile. Right? Not gonna be great again. Right? Let me just jump down to verse 26. Exodus 14:26. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand over the sea, that the water may come again upon the Egyptian, and upon their chariots, and upon their horses. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength. He said, when the morning appeared, and the Egyptian flee again against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptian in the midst of the sea, and the water returned and covered the chariots and the horses, and all the hosts of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. He said, there remained not so much as one of them, but the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the water were a wall unto them on the right hand and on the left. Thus the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua saved Israel that day, he said, that day out of the hands of each of the Egyptian, and Israel saw the Egyptian dead upon the seashore. dead upon the seashore. You understand? The Most High take out the whole host of them, the army, from Pharaoh, the captain of each and every one, take them out. Right? Because they were proud. They magnify themselves against the Heavenly Father. They're proud. And this is what I'm to you heathens. Because you magnify yourself against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Number one, y'all are a bunch of heathens. Right? And y'all are servants, so y'all proud. You know? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai give y'all all the gold and silver. Like if y'all acquire this thing by yourself. Right? You understand? Let me get a quick precept. Right? Because the scripture say, hey, you know, a man can receive nothing unless it was given unto him. Right? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 11, verse 14. He said, prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come from the Lord. So you heathen glory in wealth. You Edomites, you Moabites, you Ammonites, you Ishmaelites, you Hamites, you are glory in wealth. You understand? All you heathen nation, you are glory in wealth. Because it was given to you by the Heavenly Father. Children of Israel in poverty. God the Most High put us in, make us to serve rigorous slavery and be in object poverty because of our disobedience. Because the Most High give you all these riches and we were proud. And the Most High take us down, put us in wrath. And this is the same thing you can do to you heathens. If we do it to his children, who are the children of Israel, we can do to you heathens. We're going to do to you heathens. And we telling you heathens, prepare for slavery. Prepare for be a perpetual slave under the Hebrew Israelite. Right? You understand? Right? Prepare. Right? Prepare. Right? This is Haggai. Right? Get this book of Haggai. Right? You understand? Right? This is Haggai chapter 2. Um, chapter 2, verse 7. And I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill the house and I will fill the house, and I will fill this house with glory, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua of hosts. And which house he can fill with glory? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. Use the house that he can fill with glory. Right? Verse 8. He said, the silver is mine and the gold is mine, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua of hosts. So the gold and the silver is the Most High own. So all these riches they all have, the gold and silver, belongs to the Most High. Is he give you all that? It belongs to him. So are you nation proud? All this technology that y'all have, right? To build all these trains, these planes, these different equipment that y'all use. You understand? These missiles, these helicopters, these planes. The most I do give y'all this technology to build these things. But y'all proud. Y'all feel that y'all acquire this thing on y'all own. And y'all give our glory and homage to war. Y'all wooden stone. Like if y'all wooden stone give y'all that. So the most I gonna humble the most I gonna humble the heart of people. He gonna do that. He gonna humble y'all. Right? Let me get this one because this we did to Nebuchadnezzar. He humbled him because he was proud. Right? Let me get our count. Right? Which is the king, what was the king of the Babylonian Empire? Right? Let me get that. This is Daniel. Right? Daniel chapter 4. I'll start from verse start from I start from verse 28. This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 28. He said, all this came upon King Nebuchadnezzar. He said, at the end of 12 months, he walked in the palace. And Nebuchadnezzar had a dream about a great tree, as it reached up to the heaven, and the branches was fear, and all the beasts dwell under him. And this was symbolic for what? Nations, and this great tree was Nebuchadnezzar, and all nation was subjected unto him. You understand? So it was Salakia. So there was a dream that he get, and the prophet Daniel, break it down, right? You understand? Break it down to him and show. He also said the tree, what or the angel came out and commanded the tree should be trimmed, but leave the stump. So Daniel break it down and tell you the tree was you, King Nebuchadnezzar. You know, you understand, and that the Most High gonna humble you, right? So this is Daniel chapter 4, verse 29. He said, at the end of 12 months, he walked in the palace of the kingdom of Babylon. He said, the king speak and said, is not this great Babylon that I have built for the house? He said, for the house of the kingdom, by the might of my power, and for the honor of my majesty. So there's pride. That is pride, right? And this how these heathen think. This how these so-called white people think. These Chinese, these Arabs, this is how they think. They think they do it by their might. No, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is who give you heathens the power, right? He is who give you heathens the power, right? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 1. He said, he that liveth forever created all things in general. And this is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the God of the Israelite, the power of the Hebrew Israelite, the true and living power, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yahweh me, he is, he exists. Yahweh Shai me, he salvation. Right? Verse 2. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai only is righteous, and there is none other but he, who governed the world with the palm of his hand. All things obey his will, for he is the king of all. By his power divided holy things among them from profane. You understand? Yeah, he governed the earth. So he set up you basement to rule. You understand? He set y'all up to rule. So he gonna destroy y'all, he gonna bring y'all down. He gonna put your kings and princes to death, and you're gonna put your people in captivity. Right? They are going to go into captivity, right? So this is Daniel chapter 4, read back verse 30. He said, the king speak and said, is not this great Babylon that I have built for the house of the kingdom by the might of my power and for the honor of my majesty? And this is pride, right? He said, while the word was in the king's mouth, there fell a voice from heaven saying, O King Nebuchadnezzar, to thee it is spoken, the kingdom is departed from thee, and they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field. They shall make they shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over thee, until thou know that the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, rule in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will. Yeah, the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is who rule in the kingdom of men. So you heathen proud. So you're gonna take you heathens down. Hey, look what's going on right now in the king and in Esau kingdom. This is you so-called white people of heaven, right? This is your rulership. This is your kingdom. That's why this is known as Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon. Why is it daughter of Babylon? Why the Most High call this so-called white man kingdom the daughter of Babylon? Because it adopt all the Babylonian custom from the Babylonian kingdom, from the Median Persian kingdom, from the Greek kingdom, from the Roman kingdom. They bring all these custom in and put as one. That's why it means the daughter of Babylon, as the scripture say, as the mother sows the daughter, which Babylon means confusion, right? You understand? So it's the Most High who ruled in the kingdom of men, right? Verse 33, the same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men and did eat grass as oxen. His body was wet with the dew of heaven, till his ear were grown like eagle feather, and his nail like the bird claw. So the Most High making that beast and have eating grass. The Most High turned Nebuchadnezzar into a beast and had him eating grass. Got hair grown on he like feathers. Got his nails like eagle claws. Make God eating grass like a beast. Most High gonna humble all you proud kings of the earth. All you heathens. Most High gonna humble y'all. You understand? Right? Right, verse 34. Daniel chapter 4, verse 34. And at the end of the day, I Nebuchadnezzar lift up my eyes unto heaven, and my understanding return unto me, and I beseech the Most High. Yea, beseech Salakia, and I bless the Most High, and I praise and honor him that liveth forever, whose dominion is everlasting, dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. So, hey, after the Most High humble, you know what we do? He turn and he bless and praise Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, right? And you heathens gonna do that. When the Most High bring you down low, when the Most High destroy you proud heathens, right? When he destroy you proud heathens. When the heathens who die, they're gonna come back. But the ones who survive going into chains and straight into slavery because they have to build up our kingdom, right? And y'all gonna build our kingdom for 1,000 years according to scriptures. Y'all gonna build it, right? And the ones who die gonna come back through your lines and they're gonna burn into slavery. And they're gonna bless and they're gonna praise Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. All these heathen gods out there, all these wooden stone, all are gonna be destroyed. Because the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna be established on earth with the Israelites gonna be ruling inside our Lord and Savior Yahushai, who the one the God Jesus. Hey, they're not no bow them to no wooden stone and all the pride you heathen have, especially in this island of Trinidad and Tobago, these Elamites and these Moabites and the 1% we call the Assyrians, y'all not know Assyrians, y'all are Edomites. Proud, are proud. And y'all are a bunch of heathens and y'all are servants, right? Y'all are servants, right? Um, this is Ecclesiastes, right? Salakia. All right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, right? This is Ecclesiastes. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 6. He said, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. He said, I have seen servants upon horses. So the most I see, you have seen servants upon horses. So who's the servants? You Chinese, you so-called white people, you Arabs, you Africans, you East Indians, you Japanese, hey, y'all on horses, y'all on the power seat, right? Y'all are servants, y'all on the power seat, right? Under this definitely so-called white man. Y'all have more privilege than the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. Y'all glory in your wealth that the Most High give to y'all, right? He said, I have seen servants upon horses and prince walking as servants upon the earth. Who's the prince walking as servant upon the earth? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, and you are the prince. You are the prince of power. That's why you are the Israelite. Yasharala, he prince of God, and he prince of the power. So you heathens gonna be humble, right? The Most High gonna humble you heathens. Back in Daniel chapter 4, verse 35, right? Let me start back in Daniel chapter 4, verse 34. He said, and at the end of the days, I Nebuchadnezzar lift up my eyes unto the heaven, and my understanding return unto me, and I bless the Most High, and I praise and honor him that liveth forever, whose dominion is everlasting dominion, and his kingdom from generation to generation. And all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing. Here he say, and all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he do it according to his will in the army of heaven, and he do it according to his will in the army in heaven, right? And among the inhabitants of the earth, and none can stay his hand or say unto him, what doest thou? This is what the Most High gonna do to you heathens. The Most High gonna take you proud heathens out. You understand? He's gonna take y'all down, right? He said, at the same time, my reasoning return unto me, and for the glory of my kingdom, my honor and my brightness return unto me, and my counselor and my Lord saw it unto me. I was established in my kingdom, and an excellent majesty was added unto me. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven, who's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right? When you heathens be taken out, taken down, and be brought low, they are going to praise Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You understand? They are going to praise him. All the pride going to be taken away. Right? All the pride going to be taken away. They are going to bow down to the Hebrew Israelites. They are going to worship us. Right? He said, no, I Nebuchadnezzar praise and exalt and honor the King of heaven. He said, all whose work are truth, and his ways judgment, and those that walk in pride, he is able to abase. Read again, because this is the spirit that you hidden in. All your kings, your rulers, your princes, y'all walking in pride. And this is what exactly gonna happen to y'all. He gonna bring y'all down, he can bring y'all down low, low, low. Y'all gonna be in rags, low, y'all gonna come down. And the Israelites gonna go up. And y'all gonna be perpetual slave unto us. Right? It prophesied that we gonna go into slavery. Here he is. We under this devil, we in slavery. So it was prophesied that you heathens going into slavery. He that leads the captivity shall go into captivity. He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Right? Revelation 13 and 10. Jeremiah 13 and I think it's verse 15. It said, all that pray upon thee will I give for a prey. And all that lead the captivity shall go into captivity, roughly paraphrasing. And all thy adversary, every one of them shall go into captivity. All our adversaries, Psalm 83, give you the list of all our adversary, all you heathen nation, right? Which is 17 of y'all, 17 heathen nation, y'all are our enemy, and all y'all are gonna go into captivity. All y'all are gonna be brought low, low, abase, low, right? This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 37. I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven, all whose work are in truth, and his ways judgment, and his ways is judgment. He said, and those that walk in pride, he is able to abase. And those that walk in pride, he is able to abase, bring low. You understand? This is what happened to you heathens. That's what exactly gonna happen to you heathens. Right? So we out here telling you it is with your future, right? We're telling you your future from the mouth of the Most High, right? These words come out of the mouth of the Most High. We telling you your future, right? Right? Same thing the Most High did to um to Nebuchadnezzar's son, right? Belshazzar, the same thing. You understand? Bring him down low, right? Put him to death for his pride, right? You understand? All right, so like, yeah, right. This is let me get this is Daniel chapter 5. All right, let me start from verse 18. All right, hey, shalom to Yakal Ben Yasharal, shalom Akia Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakakadash. Right, let me start from Daniel chapter 5 verse 18. It says, O thou king, the most high power give Nebuchadnezzar, thy father, a kingdom and majesty and glory and honor. So it's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who's give you king, majesty, honor, and glory. You heathens didn't acquire that on y'all own. It was given to y'all by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. He gave y'all that honor, that majesty, and that glory, right? But y'all walking around here proud like y'all acquired it by yourself, you know? Like if y'all so wise that y'all come up with these different technologies that y'all have and all these different creation and these things that y'all create, these different equipment that y'all have. No, it was given to y'all by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Let me read this again. This is Daniel chapter 5, verse 18. O thou king. And this was Daniel was speaking to Nebuchadnezzar's son, which is Belshazzar, right? Another proud heathen, right? This is Daniel chapter 5, verse 18. He said, O thou king, the most high power, give Nebuchadnezzar, thy father, a kingdom and majesty and glory and honor. And for the majesty that he gave him, all people, nation, and language trembled and fear before him, who he would slew, and who he would keep alive, and whom he will set up, and who he would he put down. So the Most High is who give power to these kings to slay, to put up, and to take down. The Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the power of Jacob, the power of Israel, the power of the Hebrew Israelite, the true and living power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Now you heathens, but y'all walking in great pride. You understand? Especially you so-called white people, starting with the elite banking family, y'all are, this is why the Most I said, oh thou most proud, and you Moabites, you Chinese, y'all are proud, right? Verse 19, and for thy majesty, and for the majesty that he gave him, all people, nation, and language trembled and fear before him. Who he slew, and who he would he kept alive, and whom he would he set up, and whom he would he put down. Verse 20, but when his heart was lifted up, and his mind hardened in pride, he was disposed from his kindly throne, and they took his glory from him. So he lift up in pride, and the Most High take his throne away from him because he lift up in pride. So the Most High take him away from that. And this we can do to you heathens because you are walking in pride and are proudful. So the Most High gonna take y'all out, right? Verse verse 21. And he was driven from the sons of men, and his heart was made like a beast, and his dwelling was with the wild asses. They fed him with grass as like oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till he knew that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and that he appointed over it whomsoever he will. So, hey, the Most High make you into a beast, and this was Belshazzar's father. So Daniel was reminding him, hey, your father was prideful just like you, and this is what the Most High do to him. You understand? Right? Verse 22, and thou his son, O Belshazzar, has not humbled thine heart, though thou know all this. So he wasn't humble, he was prideful too, right? He was prideful too, just like Jinping, King Jong Young, Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, Theresa May, Emmanuel Macron, all these heathen kings, right? All these heathen kings, all of them is a bunch of proud niggas. You understand? So they're gonna be taken down from their majesty, from their honor, from their glory. They're gonna be taken down because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh give it to them. So you're gonna take it from them, right? So verse 23, but has lift up thyself against the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh of heaven. And these heathen lift up themselves against Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. Because they build the wood and stone as their God, and they give our praise and glory to the wood and stone. Like if the wood and stone give them the technology, and the wood and stone give them the wealth that they have, and the wood and stone give them the power that they have in the earth. No, it came from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. So he said it's meant to tell you your future is slavery. You heathen future is slavery. and you're gonna worship Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And all you heathen nation do want to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, they are gonna be put to death, according to the Swedish scripture say. And that nation would not serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall be cut off. Right? All this heathenistic custom, all this wickedness going on right now. This one is a Muslim. This one is a Baptist. This one's a 7 days. This one is a Rastafarian. This one, this one. The Hindu celebrating Christmas. The Hindu celebrating Christmas. Celebrating Carnival. There's a whole heap of confusion in Babylon right now. You understand? There's a whole heap of confusion. All this Babylonian custom. You understand? All this the Most High gonna take away. All this filthiness. You understand? The Most High gonna take away. Right? You understand? Right? He said, Jeremiah, Daniel chapter 5, verse 23, but has he said, but has lifted up thyself against the Lord of heaven, and they have brought the vessel of his house before thee, and thou and thy lords, thy wives, and thy concubine have drink wine in them, and thou hast praised the gods of silver and wood and gold and brass, iron and wood and stone, which see not, nor hear, nor know, and the power Yahweh, in whose hand thy breath is, and whose are all thy ways, as thou not glorified. So your life in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And none of you heathen they don't glorify Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. None of you heathens. They are a bunch of proud niggers. You understand? And he's gonna take y'all out. That's why he have y'all getting ready to fight against each other. That's why he's stirring up jealousy between the Russians and the Americans and the Chinese and the Arabs. That's why the Most High doing that. So the Most High can wrong everybody up, and destroy all you fucking heathens. Right? You can destroy all your military, all your kings and your prince. And the heathens that survive, you are going into chain and slavery. Right? Is the Most High wrong you have to fight right now? Right? Is he doing that? Right? Most High is doing that. Right? Let's see if I find this precept quick. Right? Let's see if I find this precept. Right? It's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai doing that. Right? This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, until the day that I rise to the prey. For my indignation is to gather the nation, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even over my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. This is why the Most High is who gathering your nation now to a fight. So you're gonna destroy all you proud kings of the earth. Right? You're gonna destroy a kingdom and you can bring the other low. Right? You understand? That's exactly what you're gonna do. That's why you got in your laptop to fight. Right? She said back in Daniel chapter 5, verse 24, then was the part of the hands sent from him and the writing on the wall. And this was the writing that he write, me, Tekel, you fear sin. He said, this is the interpretation of the thing. Me. He said, the power had numbered thy kingdom and finish it. So the Most High just set you up and get time to rule and then take you down. The Most High is who do that. You understand? The Most High is who do that. Right? Me get another, as I said, me get another precept, you know. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 17, verse 17. For in the dividing of the nation, the Most High will divide his nation. He said, of the whole earth, he setteth a ruler over every people. So the Most High set a rule over these other nations. He set a rule over every people, meaning the other nation. He's who put Valdez Putin in power. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh who put Valdez Putin in power. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh who put Donald Trump in power. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh who put Emmanuel Macron in power. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh who put Theresa May in power. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh who put all you heathens in power. But y'all proud. So you're gonna take y'all down. Right? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 17, verse 17. For in the dividing of the nation, he said, of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people, but Israel is the Lord portion. Israel, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you are the Lord portion. So why are you fucking heathens going down? Right? Y'all going down. All the pride that y'all have, y'all going down back to where y'all rightful position as servants. Right? So back in Daniel chapter 5, verse 26, he said, this is interpretation of the thing. Meaning, the Most High had numbered thy kingdom and finished it. He said, Tika, thou art weighed in the balance and are found wanted. He said, Perez, thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and the Persians. So the Most High take a kingdom from you and give it to another. Right? And this is what the Most High can do. The Most High can take the kingdom from these heathen and give it to Israelites. Right? To the Israelites. Right? This is right. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 7, verse Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 7. He said, just select here. Let me start from verse 4. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 4. He said, the power of the earth is in the hands of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable. So the power of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the power of the earth is in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Most High who set you heathens up. When the Hebrew Israelite was in power, we became proud. We became prideful, and the Most High take us down. He take his own churn out to the power seat. He take out his own churn to the power seat. Nothing we can do to you heathens. He's gonna take you heathen down, and you're gonna be perpetual slave under the Hebrew Israelite. Right? You're gonna take you heathens down. Right? Verse 5. He said, in the hands of Yahweh is the prosperity of man. Oh boy, let me read this again. Let me read this again. He said, in the hands of Yahweh is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall they lay his honor. Let me jump to verse 7. He said, pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, and by both do one commit iniquity. So pride is hateful before Yahweh and man. Right? Verse 8, he said, because of unrighteous dealing, injury, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And this is what happened to you so-called white people. You get your riches by injuries and deceit. Right? This is how you rule, by deception. Right? There's one of your blessings. Next blessing you have is your sword. So you're gonna be destroyed by your own blessing, which is the sword, which is your technology, your missile, and all these things. There's your blessing that Isaac blessed with, which is Yahweh Shai. Right? You understand? So your blessing is a curse. Because all these other heathen nations got your blessing in the hand. All these other heathen nations got nuclear missile. That's why you're putting sanction. This one, we not supposed to get this, are you not supposed to get that? Are you not supposed to build that? Because you Edomites are a bunch of fools. Because you sell your blessing to these heathens too. Now you command them not to build. Or what? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua who create these missiles. You understand? He's who give this technology to you devils. You didn't come up with this whole idea with this technology. No, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua give it to you devils. So he can destroy you devils. Right? So this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 verse 8. He said, because of unrighteous dealing, injury and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another, and the kingdom coming to the Hebrew Israelite. Kingdom gonna come to the Hebrew Israelite. Right? Let me get a quick, right? Kingdom gonna come to us. You Chinese ain't got next. You Russians ain't got next. You Russians are Edomite. And this is y'all heaven. Right? And y'all going down. That's why you're seeing all this yellow vest protests across Europe. We seen the Democrats and the Republic, they going at it. They're fighting against each other. They're fighting for power. They're fighting for dominance over the natural resources. Right? They're fighting for power. We see what's going on. You heathens are divided because of greed. This is your kingdom. Y'all have the fatness of the earth. And y'all cannot get along. Because y'all are a bunch of heathens. Y'all are basemen. And that's how we know through the spirit and power Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, y'all falling. Because Yahushua he sees Satan as lightning, fall from heaven, fall from your rulership, your kingdom. Right? So we see y'all divided, y'all fighting against each other. Y'all fighting. You either my true. You so-called white people true. Right? This is Second Ezra chapter 6. Right? Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, the end of your age. Esau, you so-called white people, this is the end of your rulership. This is the downfall we're seeing right now of the Edomite kingdom, of the Edomite rulership. All these protesting across Europe, these yellow vests protesting, you know, these the UK, you know, leaving Brexit. You understand all this Democrat and the Republican fighting. You know, they want to leave the border open. Donald Trump want to build a wall. This is the downfall of you in my kingdom. Y'all are divided. Y'all shall say a house divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against Satan, which you so-called people are Satan, right? You are the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. The word Satan means adversary. You are adversary to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You are adversary to the Hebrew Israelite. You are Satan, right? And if Satan rise up against Satan, the kingdom cannot stand. You are going down. You are going down. That's why you are fighting for the not for the for power over the resources. And these Edomites gonna go hard. They're gonna fight. And that's why they're gonna have a civil war in America and across Europe, because these heathen gonna fight. When they find out that they were ratted out of this kingdom, when these heathen find out that this was their rulership and their kingdom, and the bulk of the bread that didn't get a bite, they only get crumbs, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. Edomite is gonna fight Edomite. This is why the scripture said the Egyptians shall rise. The most I say you're gonna set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Which the spiritual Egyptians are you Edomites, you so-called white people. Right? So you heathens, are you proud heathens, you president, you prime minister, are finished. So we telling y'all future, y'all finished. Right? So second Ezra chapter 6, verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. So the Israelites are Jacob, you so-called Negroes, Latin, and Native American Indian. You're gonna rule next, and you're gonna rule perpetually. You're gonna rule forever under our Lord Yahweh Shai, who the word of the God Jesus. He can be King of all kings, right? So back in Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 8, he said, because of unrighteous dealing and injury, unrighteous dealing, injury, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Why is earth and ashes proud? You niggas are earth and ashes. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such a one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he cast away his bowel. Right? Let me jump down to verse let me jump down to verse 12. He said the beginning of pride is when one depart from the power, and his heart is turned away from his maker. He said, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that had it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamity and overthrew them utterly. And this is what the most I can do to you heathen. He can bring strange calamity on you heathen and overthrow you utterly. Right? Verse verse 14, he said, the Lord had cast down the throne of proud prince and set up the meek in their seat. So the Lord gonna cast down the throne of Donald Trump, start with the elite banking family, Donald Trump, Emmanuel Macron, Theresa May, Jing Yong Pung, whoever select with, hey, Jing Yong Pung, um, this China president, all these kings of the earth, you understand? The most are gonna cast them down because they are proud prince, they are proud king, the most are gonna cast them down and set up who? The Hebrew Israelite, starting with the head is Yahweh Shai, our Lord and Savior, then King David, then the 24, Slacky the 12, and then the 144,000. They're going to be the governor that can rule the whole earth, right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 14, the Lord had cast down the thrones of proud prince and set up the meek in their seat. The Lord had plucked up the root of the proud nation. The Lord had plucked up the root of the proud nation and planted the lonely in their place. And this we about to see. The Most High plucking you heathens up, and He's gonna destroy y'all in this third world war coming. He's gonna destroy y'all in the famine and the pestilence and the economy collapse. Y'all gonna be destroyed. Y'all gonna be plucked up, right? Y'all gonna be plucked up, right? So let me finish up Daniel chapter 5, verse 28. He said, Perez, thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. He said, then commanded Belshazzar that, and they clothed Daniel with the scarlet and put a chain of gold about his neck and proclaimed and made a proclamation concerning him that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom. He said, in that night was Belshazzar, the king of the Chaldeans, slain. So the Most High put him to death, right? And Darius the Medes took the kingdom, being about 62 years old. So the Most High take the proud king out, right? Take him out. And this will gonna happen to you heathens, right? This is exactly happen to you heathens. Most High said the earth and fullness is his, gold is mine, the silver is mine. Everything is the Most High, right? It's the second Maccabee, right? Hey, and you so called white people, y'all are super proud. You know the Most High said, oh thou most proud. Y'all are super proud, right? This is second Maccabee. Uh, right? Let me start from verse 3. This is Antiochus, right? That devil, right? Most High take him down in his pride and destroy him, right? This is second Maccabees chapter 9, verse 4. He said, then swelling with anger, he thought to avenge upon the Jews to this. He said, Jews the disgrace done unto him by those that made him flee. Therefore commanded he his chariot man to drive without ceasing and to dispatch the journey. The judgment of Yahweh now follow him, for he had spoken proudly in this sort that he was come that he would come to Jerusalem and make it a common burial place of the Jews. And this is you so-called white people. And you this gonna happen, this gonna happen to you. That's why your kingdom falling. This and you are falling rapidly. Look and see what's going on throughout Europe. You white people protesting and you're fighting. Y'all told out right. Oh, and we give our praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. We see that because we see the fall of our enemy. Right? So but the Lord Almighty, the power of Israel, smote him with the incurable and invisible plague. For as soon as he had spoken these words, the pain of the bowel that was remediless came upon him, and sore torment of the inner parts, and that the Mosai, he said, and that the Mosai, for he had torment other men bowels with many strange torment. Howbeit, and the same wicked king, when you read chapter 7, he put his 7 sons and them was the dead because they eat swine flesh, and he tortured them brutally, cut out their tongue, cut off their rod, put them in a boil, put them in hot oil, scalp them, take out the scalp off the head. All kind of gruesome torture he did to the children of Israel, right? So the Most High plague him. This is the Most High going to do to you so-called white people, you Chinese, you Africans. You Africans got to pay for what you did. For selling the children of Israel to slavery, you got to pay for that. You Arabs too. You got to pay. You got to pay with your blood and your sweat. This is how you got to pay. With your blood and your sweat, right? Second Maccabees chapter 9 verse 6, and that the Most High justly, right? He said, and that the Most High justly, for he had torment men, other men, bowels with many and strange torment. Howbeit he nothing at all ceased from his bragging. He still didn't cease from his bragging, right? But still was filled with pride, beating out, he said, breathing out fire in his rage against the Jews, and commanded to haste the journey. But it came to pass that he fell down from his chariot, he kept carrying violently, and having a sore fall, all the members of his body were in much pain. So, hey, you just imagine all your members in your body paining you. Just think about it. There's how dread is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. A simple toothache. A simple toothache is make you want to run mad. A simple toothache is make you want to run mad. So just imagine all the members in your body paining you. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is not to fuck with. And you heathens gonna know. And you heathens gonna learn. Right? So verse 8, he said, thus he that a little afore thought he might command the wave of the sea. And this is the same spirit the so-called white man in talking about global warming, the earth overpopulated. No, the earth overpopulated. The earth need to get rid of you motherfuckers. This is what we need to do. Because you so-called white bloody cancer, we need to get rid of you. The most I tell you, hey, replenish the earth. What do you want replenish mean? It means to full. Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. These devil talking about global warming and how the earth overpopulated. Pride. Pride. That's why you devils can be taken down violently too. By Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You can take you down. That's why Yahushai see not gonna meet you as a man. Not gonna meet you devil as a man. You come in the full power and glory. Right? He said, Second Maccabees chapter 9 verse 8. He said, and thus he that a little afore thought he might command the wave of the sea. So proud was he beyond condition of man. You must say, well, so proud was he beyond the condition of man, and weighed the high mountain in a balance, was now cast on the ground, and cry and carry and horse little, he says, showing forth unto all the mag, mag, magnified power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, so that the worms rose up out of the body of this wicked man, and while he lived in sorrow and pain, his flesh fell away, and the filthiness of his smell was noisome to all his army. So this was the kingdom of the Edomites, the Antiochians, right? Which was one of Alexander general, which he had four general, and the Antiochus was one of his general, and hey, they were proud. So the Most High smote you with a plague that even his army couldn't take the scent of him, right? He said, and the man that threw a little afore he could reach to the stars of heaven, no man could endure to carry for his tolerant terrible stink. So no man could be around him because you could imagine how he was smelling that. He can't even stand him, right? He said, here therefore being plagued, he began to leave off his great pride and to come to the knowledge of himself. He said, by the scourge of Yahweh, his pain increased every moment. So every moment you members increasing the pain. So you know how much pain is that? A simple toothache, you can take that. So all your members paining and it just keep increasing. That's why we exhort you so called Negroes, Latin and Native American, fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and do we say. Right? So verse 12, 2 Maccabees 9 and 12. And when he himself could not abide his own scent, so he himself could not abide his own scent. That is torture. You're rattening. You can't take your own scent and all your member paining. That is torture. And there's a comment, you proud Edomites, you proud heathens. And you Edomites can't take pressure. You Edomites gonna commit suicide. Y'all cannot take pressure. Y'all a bunch of weak heathens. Y'all gonna commit suicide. Right? So yeah, back in he said verse 12. And when he himself could not abide his own scent, his own smell, he said these words, it is meet to be subjected unto the power. This is a heathen. It is meet to be subjected under the power of Yahweh. And this is what I'm telling you heathens, you prideful heathens. Right? He said, and that a man that is mortal should not proudly think of himself as if he were God. And this you so-called white people, some you elite banking family, y'all think y'all is God. Right? Y'all like y'all. A matter of fact, let me get to this, right? Y'all think y'all is God. This is what Edomite saying, right? Antiochus is an Edomite, and this we saying. Right? Let me get it say quick. This is Isaiah, right? This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. Oh, art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, right? The son of the morning. Oh, art thou fallen from heaven? Oh, art thou fallen from your rulership? Right now, you Edomite divided, so you're falling from your rulership. Right now, you are fighting for get power over resources. You are fighting. Y'all cannot see eye to eye in your own government. Y'all divided. That's how y'all falling from your rulership. It's like in the word Lucifer mean like bear or somebody of knowledge, and Luciferian in this world is you Rockside Rockefeller. You are Edomites, right? And you rat out your own people. You lie to your own people. You rat out your own people of this kingdom. This is you Edomite kingdom. That's why Edomite is gonna fight Edomites. The Egyptian is set against the Egyptians, right? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, the son of morning? How art thou cut down to the ground? Wait to this weakening nation. How the weakening nation? With the technology, with the military. That's why America fighting war in 7 nations right now. America have embassy over in 800 countries. America putting sanction on everybody who don't want to follow the pernicious ways, right? Verse 13, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh, I will sit upon the mountain of the north of the congregation in the side of the north. And there's these Rothschild, Rockefeller, DuPont's and Goldman's. And there's the attitude. There's the attitude, right? There's the spirit. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. I will be like the Most High. There's a spirit. They will think they think they are God. That's why they come now with the microchip, chip the people. They're gonna give them a God-like status because you people are gonna become servitude to this devil. That's why he making the microchip the new monetary system, so he can have full control over you. When he chip his microchip, he can turn your chip off, put it to death. He can stop your heart. He can freeze your brains. You understand? He can pay what you feel like. He can control your thoughts, your mind, everything. Right? So you devils going down. You devils too pride. You devils too prideful. You devils going down. Right? He said, yet thou, verse 15, Isaiah 14 and 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the side of the pit, slavery. And this what Nebuchadnezzar say, hey, back in 2nd Maccabees chapter 9, verse 12, he said, and when he himself could not abide his own smell, he said these words, it is meet to be subjected unto Yahweh, and that a man that and that a man that is mortal should not proudly think of himself as if he were God. You Edomites true. He said, this wicked person woe it also unto the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, who now no more will have mercy upon. He said, who now no more will have mercy upon him, saying thus, that is the holy city to which he was going to haste to lay even with the ground and to make it a common burial place. He would set at liberty, and as touching the Jews who he had judged not worthy so much as to be buried, but to cast out with their children to devour, to be devoured of the fowls and the wild beasts, he would make them all equal to the citizens of Athens. And let me tell you, there are Israelites still dwelling in Greece today, right? And according to the prophecy, Israel was scattered across the globe. You understand? Right? He said, and the holy temple which before had spoiled, he would garnish with godly gift and restore all the holy vessel with many more, and out of his own revenue, he said, defrayed and charge belonging to the sacrifice. Hey, that's how terrible is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You understand? That's how terrible is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The Most High put his spirit need to sack Jerusalem and then put his spirit and he back to replace all the things back. That's how terrible is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Most High play, you heathens going down. You proud heathens going down. Right? So, verse 17, yea, and that also he would become a Jew himself and go through all the world that was inhabited and declare the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You can't become a Jew. You can't convert into a Jew. You got to be born an Israelite. And as we keep telling you monkeys out there, you can't convert in this. You got to born as an Israelite. You understand? You can't convert into being an Israelite. You gotta born as an Israelite. So all these things he started doing, he started glorifying Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and trying to convert. He's an Edomite. This is why there's no mercy for you Edomites. Right? There is no mercy for you Edomites. So are you proud heathen, you proud kings, you are going into slavery. Right? Hey, this Joshua Judge Shalom Akia Kala Leon Kala Leon Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Bashem Rakakadash Brakatam. Brakatam. Right? Yeah, so you heathens going into slavery. Right? Are you proud? Are you proud heathens? Are gonna be taken down, right? They are gonna be taken down. This is Jeremiah, right? I quote this precept earlier, right? I'm gonna bring it out. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. It said, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. So all they that devour the children of Israel, you are gonna be devoured. Are you heathens? Right? Who oppress the children of Israel, you are gonna be devoured. Right? It said, and all thy adversary, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee, they shall be spoiled. And all like another prayer upon thee will I give for prey. You understand? So are you heathens going into captivity? Right? You understand? The most are gonna take y'all down, right? Y'all gonna be taken down, right? This is okay, this is Jeremiah 48. Um, this is Jeremiah chapter 48, verse start from verse 25. He said, the horn of Moab is cut off. The Moab, you Moabite Chinese today. So your horn, your power is cut off. Right? It's cut off. You Edomites, you heathens going down. Right? All the pride that y'all have, y'all going down. You making fake rice. You using shark, snake as salt fish. All this abomination selling into the Caribbean. You coming in, you cooking dog and selling jig dog to eat. And you Israelite, you don't hear. Y'all don't hear. Stop eating this heathen food. You understand? I can point my finger to myself too because my grandma used to always tell me, hey, stop eating this Chinese people food. Even before I came to the truth, stop eating this Chinese people food. Stop eating their food. And when people just tell you stop doing it, they don't explain it to you, they'll just tell you stop doing it. And as the most bring me to this light, I understand, hey, these people are filthy, these people are beasts. It's a shame even being among these heathens. To walk side to side with them is a shame. This is why, hey, Kala Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakadash in the kingdom of heaven, these heathen not gonna even be near to us. They can be on the outskirt. Right? Jeremiah 48 and 25, the horn of Moab is cut off, and his arm is broken, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? We can jump down to verse 28. Oh, he that dwell in Moab, leave the city. He said, dwell in the rock, and be like the dove that maketh her nest in the side of the whole mouth. We have here the pride of Moab. He is exceedingly proud. So you Chinese are exceedingly proud. And most are gonna take y'all down. Y'all are exceedingly proud. Y'all are prideful. Right? He said, we have here the pride of Moab. He is exceedingly proud. He said his loftiness and his arrogancy and his pride, and he is haughty he said, and the haughtiness of his heart. You understand? So you devils gonna be cut off. You understand? You devils gonna be cut off. Right? Let me get this here. This is this is right. Yeah, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse let me start from verse 29. This Jeremiah 50 and 29, he said, call together the archer against Babylon, all he that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none therefore escape. Recompense her according to her works, according to all she had done, do unto her. For she had been proud against the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel. This is going into America destruction, right? Going into you Edomite is going to be destroyed. Your kingdom going to fall, and your kingdom falling right now. There is total confusion and corruption in you Edomite kingdom. Look across the globe. Look in France, look in Belgium, look in Germany, look in Italy, look in Spain, look in America, look in England. There is total chaos between you Edomites. There is no order and stability. Y'all are true, right? Was started. Therefore shall our young men fall in the street, and all our men of war shall be cut off in that day, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud. You so-called white people, boy, savage, you elite banking family. Y'all are proud. Y'all are proud. Y'all think y'all could defeat the Lord and Savior Yahushua in return with the chariots. That's why Donald Trump, they're weaponizing space. Y'all are proud. I think y'all can upset prophecies. Y'all are proud, right? He said, therefore shall our young men fall in the streets, and all our men of war shall be cut off in that day, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hosts, for the day, for thy days come, and the time that I will visit thee. And the most I visited you fucking heathens. Most I visited you heathens. Look at the corruption and destruction of these heathen kingdom, and where they dwell. Look at it. Most I visited you heathens. Right? Verse 32. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and we see the stumbling and the falling right now as we speak. Right? The civil war coming, Egyptian against the Egyptian. Right? You so-called white people are the spiritual Egyptians. Right? He said, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall rise him up. And I will kindle a fire in a city, and it shall devour round about it. And that fire can come from the ICBM missile. You understand? So, hey, you devils going down. You understand? See the brother Joshua Judges, tell Leviticus 25:44, O thy bondsmen and thy bondsmaid, which thou shalt leave, shall be of the heathen, that he said, that are wrong about you, of them shall he buy bondsmen and bondsmaid. Yapa precept. Hey, I was looking for this precept. Hey, that Yapa precept. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Towada. Yapa precept. You understand? This is an to you heathens, right? Right? You heathens going into slavery. You heathens going to be taken out because you're prideful, right? Y'all prideful. Y'all gonna be taken out, right? Y'all gonna be taken out by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because he's who set y'all up there. So y'all gonna be taken out, right? You understand? So hey, to water to the Akiums when they come on board, to water for the support, hey, always let's present the fire. I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders who will and great stone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiums in the four corners of the earth, pushing the gospel and sincerity. Truth. Shalom, he said Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Shalak Rayam, La Mashapatiyam, La Babal, Samawat La Babal. Shalom to the elect and the nation of Israel, the 144,000 and the 1/3 men and children, right? Shalom to the elect, right? Death to 2/3. Shalom.